We are finally on the platform, so let's get started with trading. Let's quickly get started. And for some reason my EuroGP has disappeared from... It has disappeared from my favorites, so I will quickly add it to keep everything at the top. In general, we will start with the EUR-JPY currency pair without ATS, so we will begin with that, and I will start opening trades right away because I have done the analysis, and now I will tell you how I did it, and how you can do it too, so you can trade calmly on it. So, I am starting right away, opening the first trade here for 5 minutes for an increase, and then adding another for 7 minutes. Next, I will also focus on shorter trades, but I will open them in the moment, so for now I won't add more. Let these two trades stand. I will open at the moment when the price reaches this horizontal line or crosses it. So, for some reason it is not moving for me. There, now it is moving, I set it. There, we are waiting for the moment to be here when the candle starts to break through our horizontal line. And from it, we will again focus on an increase. So, it seems I need to do this right now, but let me take it from a lower position. Still not waiting for the moment when it breaks this line. We still have a bullish trend forming, so I am adding 2 more trades. For an increase, for 2 minutes and 3 minutes. And while they are ongoing, while our trades are active, let's figure out what is actually happening here. How I definitely confidently open for an increase here. It's all very simple. We start from the beginning of our week. This is not mandatory of course, but you still need to take a look so you can see everything as well. Here our week started, OTC. Or rather, I apologize, without OTC, the pair opened for us on Monday. And after that, I noticed that trading with the team on this currency pair is very volatile. The candles are jumping back and forth, alternating between bull and bear, and it's very volatile, probably all after the non-farm payrolls. So, carefully and without rushing, we try not to enter in the evening because I really don't know what's happening then. It's very difficult. During the day, it's somewhat manageable, but still tough. So I'm trying to catch more optimal moments in the market and make a profit from that. Although you can indeed calmly wait out this whole moment, I still want to try trading here and have found a good moment that you can also use. The trend has been going down all week, so you can see it clearly. The price is going down, and here I marked the minimum that it reached. From this minimum, the price started to turn upwards, so you can see that there was an upward impulse, gradually moving up. At times it pulls back but compensates and then goes to a new maximum, breaking through it. After breaking the new maximum and creating it in the last moments, you can see similar ones as here, that is, before this. The price pulls back, turns, compensates. All of this repeats, and in the last moments, boom, our trade closed in profit, by the way. We have the last moments here today, that is, since 8 AM as everything has gone here. The price started to turn here at 9 AM, the trend began to reverse, the currency pair turned itself, and the price started to compensate just like before. All of this can also be seen here. That is, the price is turning, starting to compensate, broke through this maximum, it turned again, and is starting to break through again, creating a new maximum. And here it's the same. Here, a very large gap has formed. Because of this, we created a V-shaped formation, from which the price started to pull back again. But a dip was created. How to understand that a dip is being formed? Usually, 1 to 3 bearish candles are formed if we have an upward trend, after which either a sideways movement is built, or 2 consecutive candles on a 15-minute interval. By the way, 2 consecutive bullish candles are formed, and then it calmly goes up. The second trade unfortunately did not go through, but we continue to analyze all of this. 2 candles are formed, then we wait for moments when they start to appear again, at the beginning on the 1-minute interval. All of this can be confirmed, that is, to see how the candles are moving here. We don't have to wait 15 minutes for one huge candle to appear, for example, but just watch, analyze, and follow the candles on the 1-minute interval. A candle has appeared, we open. That is, in the first 5 minutes, we see that on the 15-minute interval, a small bullish candle will gradually form, and on the 1-minute interval, we will already notice how bullish candles are consolidating, and an upward impulse is forming further. Therefore, if a rise starts to form on the 1-minute interval with such a dip and an upward trend, we open for an increase. We do not open for short terms, not for 5 seconds, not for 10 seconds as many like to do, because everyone wants profit faster. We open from 5 minutes, for example, to 10 minutes for an increase, We opened, made a profit, that's it, we took it. Why do we need to wait at first? Because there will be such a moment, and what should we do? We will just lose all our trades. And if such a moment arises, then we simply wait for a few more candles. We waited. The first and second candles formed, of course, with a pullback, but the third one, as we can see, has already formed bullish, and if we had followed the same rule that I just explained, we would have already made several profits, and that would be just wonderful for our balance. I apologize, my tongue is tangled, everything is mixed up in my head, so I apologize again. In general, this is how we trade. That is, we first look at how the trend is going. You can open on the same Euro GPA, because you just saw how the trend is going here. I already explained to you that it is upward. What is pulling back on itself, that is, turning down, begins to compensate itself. And this has been continuing since yesterday, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, this has been continuing since yesterday. You already have the foundation that I just told you about. You just need to watch the candles now, look for moments, find them, and that's it. Right now we have a moment. We have a maximum that remains right on this line. It hasn't broken through yet, but we have an upward trend. We have a dip here and already created 4 bullish candles on the 15-minute interval. Therefore, you can safely switch to the 5-minute or 1-minute interval. Therefore, we enter here, and you can safely take short-term trades as well as long-term trades. It all depends on you. How much time you have to sit here, analyze, and look for moments to open. So everything will depend on you here. That is, what I am looking at now, all these moments that I just opened here, will likely not suit you because the trend may change. As you can see, it is already changing. We are creating bearish candles. Here. It has reached the maximum, but hasn't broken through it yet, and the trend is slowly reversing here. Most likely it will reverse around this point. Approximately like this, because if the trend reaches the maximum, it usually either enters a small flat where the price bounces back and forth, or it slightly retraces and then gives an upward impulse, or we have a breakout of this maximum. So right now, if it breaks through, several candles will rise calmly here. On longer intervals, say on the 5-minute chart, we will definitely see about 3 candles rising. Therefore, you just need to look for moments here, finding these positions when to open. And that's it, nothing difficult, because trading on non-tested pairs with such volatility is only done this way. I do not recommend trading on tested pairs. It's better to stick to non-tested pairs. It is much better and more pleasant to make a profit here because the analysis is much easier to do than on some tested pairs. Well, let's open a few trades again now and wrap up this video. So far, we don't understand anything from the candles. It's better to wait for the moment here because, as I repeat, we have reached the maximum. The candles so far, 2 candles here are going down, built up for an increase, then down again. It's behaving unpredictably. Therefore, on the 1-minute interval, we should sit and wait for the moment. Because we need to catch the moment when the maximum breaks through here. When the maximum breaks, we open a position for an increase. Alternatively, if you are only holding long-term positions, you can calmly open a position right now. For example, for 30 minutes, 45 minutes, or 1 hour for an increase, and that's it. You can already take a good profit from this. And what moment am I waiting for here? I am waiting for such a moment. We have the first candle. The second is large. So I am basing my decision on 1 and 2 minutes for an increase. Because everything has approached our line again. But this is very dangerous right now because the price is behaving, so to speak, back and forth. That is, it is jumping for now, unable to break through this maximum. It is trying to break the ceiling, but so far it has not succeeded. Therefore, we just need to either catch this moment here when the maximum has not yet been broken, or wait for the moment when it breaks through and holds the candle beyond this line. Therefore, everything will also depend on you. I will repeat once again, you need to look for these moments. I can't always look for these moments for you, but I have already given you the understanding, opened the path, and explained everything, so now you just need to trade calmly. At the beginning, you can also do everything on a demo account, carefully, without rushing. Well, for now we have such a result. By the way, it seems the first trade will go into profit. We caught a good moment in the end because, as you can see, the candle broke through and held, but the second one has just formed. It started bearish, which is a bit disappointing, but we still have 50 seconds for our candle. So let's switch to a 5-second interval to see how the candles behave here. Maybe we'll see a moment. that starts to reverse. So it seems I've already told you everything here because there was nothing particularly difficult. I also have no such ideas to tell you because everything is very simple. There is nothing difficult. Well, now, anyone who watches this video within the first 20 minutes of its release, if the trend doesn't sharply go anywhere, can safely open a position for an upward movement for a longer duration. So it seems we will have a loss on the second trade because, as we can see, a very high volume candle has formed. Of course there is a pullback, but I discussed such moments in my previous video. You can also check it out. There, I explained what to do when such a thing happens in an upward trend, that is, when it breaks its maximum and creates a new maximum, and how to trade better on short-term trades when approaching this previous maximum. And I recommend marking all the maximums with a horizontal line like this. Create it, mark it, leave it. That's it. Then you will simply trade below it in short-term trading. Well, that's all for now. I tried to explain everything to you to show how to trade in short-term and long-term on the non-UTS pair. So thank you all for watching this video. Goodbye.